So we are going to get to make patterned owls today. So now that we've talked about patterns, we are going to get to make these 5 different sheets of paper with patterns on them. So the first thing you're going to get is a big mat, and you're going to get to choose the colors that you want, and you're going to place all of your papers out on your mat. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to get a bunch of different colors, and we're going to paint with an alternative tool today with a bunch of little cookie cutters and Play-Doh cutters. This is called painting with an alternative tool besides a paintbrush, and we're going to practice stamping. So that's the vocabulary word we're learning today, stamping. So you want to make sure that you're doing a pattern, and you want to change up your pattern for each piece of paper. So I might start out with my elephant, and I'm going to start with a color. So maybe I want to start out with white. You're going to take your little stencil and you're going to stamp it into the paint. Now if there's a little bubble, you can just blow it out, and you're going to practice stamping. When you do this, you want to start at the very top of your paper, and you're going to stamp. Now, because it's going to be a pattern, I would skip a spot and then stamp again. You're doing an A-B pattern. Now I'm going to grab a different cookie cutter, and I'm going to stamp it in a different color. So I've got elephant, rectangle, elephant, rectangle. Now, I'm not finished with this paper because there's still a space, so I'm going to go in. After elephant, it goes rectangle. So I might need to dip my shape again into the paint. And because I'm still holding this, I'm going to skip a spot. Skip a spot. And then I'm going to go back in with my elephant. Okay, so there is my first pattern. My next piece of paper needs to be a different pattern, so each one is going to be different. Now make sure that if it's not showing up, that you re-dip so that all of the edges have paint around them. Now notice I still have some space at the very bottom. You can go in and you can add as if the pattern was going off the page. So if I'm at triangle, then I need to do a star. So the triangle doesn't necessarily fit all the way on the paper, so you can just go as if you're right underneath the star. And if not all of it gets on it, that's totally okay. It's just getting cropped. If you want to go in and make a more complex pattern, like an ABC pattern, you're more than welcome to do that. So I've got A, B, C, A, B, C, A. What's next? Star. Once you have all of these with patterns on them, you can go in and you need to write your name on each one of them. So I would just write it in the corner in your class code. If you want to write your name beforehand on the back, that's fine as well. Once you're finished with these, raise your hand and Miss Hubbard will come and grab them to put them in the drying rack. Have fun!